the management of the products that they pass out to the people up there, and I think it's about to wind down this week. At least they're going to quit the canteens, but she said it's most interesting to be involved and see what those flood victims have had to go through, and I'll be glad when she gets back.
Yeah. So how many children did you have building radio stations and working and having businesses? How many children did you have?
I had 2 children. Sue's the oldest, and Mike is next. He was 2.5 years younger than Sue, and they both graduated from college, thank goodness. I guess that's a good thing if you learn anything. They both know how to work. They work day and night, and so does Kathy and Ben. Their husband and wife are both hard-working people, and we love liberty, and I want to try to keep our freedom. I enjoyed Mr. Segerson's program, and also the one that comes before that. What's that? Alex Jones.
Yeah, right.
And I think that this is a help to keep our freedom here. If we don't keep fighting for our freedom, I want to tell you, it's going to go away. And this one station is a help to us. And every time we go to a city council meeting or to a board meeting of the school, we need to speak up. We need to see that we are getting our freedom and they're not taking it all away. But the more I look, the more I see. You have less and less freedom every day.
Well, Pete has really taken a stand on allowing people, such as myself and other local people to get on the air, and that's almost like unheard of now. It's either a person in New York or, somewhere else on the radio, and we need to hear local people voicing their concerns. And to me, my belief is to get something done nationally, you got to start locally. And so it's great that KCXL, is still able to keep down to earth and keep the local feel to it and have local shows on. Now, what was on the station when you had it?
We started out with just regular music.
Okay.
And then we went to a country station, and it was very, very, very satisfactory, and it was just the beginning of the time when the country music was coming back, and we had all kinds of people come in here. We had lots of fun and lots of noted people come. We had some meetings that we had once over in the Hilton Hotel over in Kansas City, Kansas. We had a big meeting, and we had Jimmy Dean, and we had a lot of those famous people, and the country music, we were the first ones to really promote country music, and after that it became much more famous than it was.
So what was the very, very first record you played on the station?
I don't know, but it was just general music. It wasn't country and it wasn't classical. It was just kind of in between.
Well, Dave is a real music fan, and we go back and forth because he sometimes does not like to hear talk, but I think that Dave could really be a great talk show host.
Yeah, I'll be the Howard Stern of KCXL. I'll be using F-word every other song.
Oh, no.
Howard Stern's not too bad.
He's horrible.
My mom loves listening to him.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't stand him.
You can't? Well, that's why there's different people in this world.
There's a lot of different people.
Charlie, what do you think?
About the radio station?
Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful blessing to have it in Liberty. We came here not too long before the station opened, and I was so happy. We came from a little town of 1,300 people in northeast Missouri. We enjoyed it, thought it was a wonderful place, but when we got to Liberty, we found that this was a place to grow.
The only question I have is, why did you decide to put the station right here instead of like down on Mill Street or something?
Because there was 10 acres available and we needed space to build a tower and put the guy wires and all that. And Arnold Schumacher lived right down here to the north, to the east of us, and he had a mink farm, and he grew mink in that back there, and he sold them the pelts, I guess, for the mink to somebody, and that was the first I'd ever heard of a mink farm. But they stayed there. He and Leon Schumacher, whom the school's named after in South Liberty, stayed there, I think, until they died.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because see, Dave doesn't like the location.
Why doesn't he like the location?
Oh,
Would he rather be downtown with all that mess we've got going down there with Kansas Street going to get bump outs and stuff like that, so you can't get to the downtown Liberty to see the businesses and to do all that? They're trying to do that, and I don't know what's going to happen, but they're working on it now, and I hope you can get into downtown Liberty. They cut off the entrance to William Jewell College when they sent it down Mill Street, and a lot of people don't even know where the downtown Liberty is. But where the Ethan Allen store is now is the location of our original furniture store. It had been a bus station during the war years, and the bus station decided to move down on the corner of Mill Street and South Water. Excuse me. And this building was available, the front part of it where the bus station was, it was available. We rented it for $90 a month. And there was just the first part of it. There was businesses down underneath it. We had Dr. Shimwell who rented from us. He rented from us. Dr. Foster was a chiropractor. He rented from us. Leck Williams, who was our mayor and the greatest mayor we ever had, was down there with his jewelry store, and Katie worked down there and helped him, Katie Lee Williams. And during the Depression time, he fixed watches if there was any money to get a watch fixed. She sold coal in the wintertime and ice cream in the summertime, and that's how they survived. And there's a lot of people that have no idea what it was like to be in business in those early days. When we first opened the furniture store, it was right after the war. You couldn't get furniture. We sent fabric to anybody who had springs to make a sofa. We did anything we could do to get furniture to sell. And it's that way and worse now, because all you can get is what's coming out of China. And that is a sad, sad situation, because very few of our furniture factories are still in business. So I don't know. I hope they'll get back the other way. They say what goes around comes around, and I hope it does. But I want you all to speak out. I want you to do everything you can to help keep our freedom going. And this radio station is a big help. If you will listen to it, you'll find out.
Well, you sound like you're pretty feisty. I wonder what you were like when you were in your 20s and 30s. Were you as feisty as you are now?
Well, I'm almost 88 now.
Oh, were you feisty when you were younger?
Well, yes, but not quite as... I didn't voice my opinion quite as much. I didn't want to embarrass George or my children, and now I guess if they don't like what I say, they'll tell me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just think that she's quite the girl.